Welcome, my beautiful brothers and sisters, fellow radiators of love, to Astro Fenixx, flying into the moment yet again and radiating love as always. Welcome to your astrological dice roll for today, April 1st of 2021. Thank you so much for joining me in this video, and I hope that you all have a wonderful start to your month. It's going to be an astounding April. Let's make it astounding. Let's make it awesome. All right. Let's get that stamp of approval, right? Anyways, I actually tried making this video earlier, ran out of space on my phone, had to clear up space. It was probably a good thing because I was rambling and I felt like the message was getting slightly off track. But anyways, let's show you guys the dice roll for today. Sometimes I slip into my country accent. It just comes out occasionally. It comes out. But as I've gotten older, I notice that it comes out more and more. Here we go. Sun in Taurus in the second house. We got a very Taurian day. As we play on violins, guitars, and pianos, so the universe plays us. So we are the instrument. And today is the day of dignity. Today is the day of dignity. So what does dignity mean to you? What does dignity mean to you? When I think of dignity, I think of honor, I think of integrity. These are the words that definitely come into mind. And today is really going to be a day about recognizing and honoring your true value and true worth. That's how you have dignity. Now, I think of Mulan for some reason. Mulan, of course, she had this power. She had this chi, if you will, where she was able to do amazing and crazy things. And she was meant to hide it, at least at the start. She was told by her family to hide her gifts and to hide her power. Now in the cartoon, of course, she takes her father's place in the war, goes off, masquerades as a man, then eventually comes out that she's a woman. They try to leave her behind, but she ends up saving their ass, saving China, gets the dude in the end, gets the sword of China, and it's all great, good and gravy. Now, let's look at the live-action film, which I actually appreciated the live-action film. Was it better than the cartoon? No, but that's just because I have nostalgia goggles on. But I can appreciate the creative liberties that they took with it, because they did change up a few things in that movie. They replaced the dragon with the phoenix, and of course the dragon and the phoenix kind of are interchangeable, and they kind of go back and they have like this awesome cool lore with each other, right? I'm called Astro Fenixx, and I also have a really deep connection to dragons too. So in many ways, maybe that's why I appreciate it, because when I was younger, I was more resonant with the dragon energy. Not that I'm not now, but now I'm more resonant with the phoenix energy. So it's kind of interesting how even in that movie, it went from the dragon in the cartoon version to the phoenix in the live action version. The live action version was interesting because it seemed like her father really wanted her to foster her gifts around him, but then when it came to the people and everyone else around them, she wasn't allowed to do that. Of course, she had a sister, spoiler alert, and her family knew, but her father really appreciated her, but also knew the consequences of her revealing it to everyone else. So she still takes his place, goes off to war, comes out that she's a woman, still kicks ass, doesn't get the guy in the end, although there was a different guy in there that they kind of replaced, but they kind of left it open-ended, and she still saved China, right? What I like about the live-action film is that I do feel like it kind of relates to today. I think there could be a potential to get caught up in the cartoonish version of whatever it is that we're manifesting or however we're perceiving our life. There's a cartoonish way of looking at it, and today's going to be more of a day of like the reality of it and finding the magic in that reality. This is Taurus energy. Sometimes it can be hard to find the magic in that energy. Sometimes it can be hard to find the magic in Taurus energy because Taurus energy is slow moving. It's not fast, it's not rapid. This is going to be more of a serotonin build as opposed to dopamine. Dopamine, of course, is going to be that sort of quick release of satisfaction, short-term gains, stuff like that, right? Which we are all prone to wanting right now with Mars and Gemini, albeit it's coming into Cancer here soon, right? Serotonin builds up over time. This is about building bridges of, happiness, of completion, of dignity, if you will. Because when we truly honor ourselves, when we truly have that dignity, within ourselves, then we're going to be more willing to build bridges. We're going to be more willing to build things in our life. And the satisfaction that we come from building those things in our life is going to make us happier overall. But we live in a society where it's all about the quick fix, the quick needs, the dopamine rush. Today is not about the dopamine rush. Today is about establishing some goals for yourself, looking at the long road, looking at the long future, looking to see what can happen, and to not necessarily get caught up in the cartoonish world. And you're talking to a guy that has Stitch on his wall, and Pokemon over here, and then I got freaking Incredibles up there. So I love my cartoons, don't get it twisted. But there's a time and a place, just like Professor Oak says, when you try to ride your bike indoors, there's a time and a place for this. There's a time and a place to get caught up in the Toon World, but there's also a time and a place to get really, I won't even say caught up, but reconnected back to the earth, because Taurus is a very earthy energy. It is fixed earth. It is the earth. It is Mother Gaia energy. So today, connect to Mother Gaia, whether it's just putting your feet in the sand, feet in the ground, in the grass, going outside and just taking a whiff. Of course, it's pollen season, so you might not necessarily want to do that if you're allergic to pollen like myself. But doing something to connect back to Earth and to honor that space, to honor our second house. Look at your second house. See where that energy is. Look at your Taurus energy, if you happen to have any. See what's flowing through these spaces, right? We do have Uranus in Taurus, which is definitely wanting to shake things up. But even then with Uranus is still about the future and it's still looking ahead. And it's still very much so an experimental energy too. So it's still, even though Uranus can change things so rapidly, Uranus is still about the long game, the long haul, looking to see what we can build, right? That's Aquarius energy, right? And how do we truly establish these deeper connections with people, right? It's by establishing those connections, those relationships, increasing the serotonin. And not that dopamine is bad or anything like that. It's just that our world right now is fixated on the quickness of things. Today, it's going to kind of slow it down a little bit. When you slow things down, you can tune in a little bit better. It's like I'll just be looking outside and suddenly I'll just see something red in the corner of my eye. Happens to be a cardinal. It's things like that. Or you can just be looking at the ground and suddenly you notice like a very colorful bug or something like that, right? But if you don't take the time to slow down, if your face is constantly in a screen, you don't notice these things. You don't notice the magic in the reality. We only see magic in the cartoon world because we can put it there. We can make it there, right? But even those have gotten stale in many ways. At least I think. Even that still needs some reformation. Even that needs a renaissance. Today, allow the renaissance to be you connecting to the earth, which is something that we should always be doing anyways, and honoring that space and having dignity for that space. Anyways, that's what I got for you all today. Hope that you all enjoy this message. I hope it resonated with you in some way. If not, then that's okay. We have many other dice rolls to come. We've had many other dice rolls in the past. You can, in past videos, you can go back and check those out too. And I will see you all on the next video. Peace out, guys. Love y'all. Take care.